everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Craft Cafe with your host, Latoya Riggins. I'm so excited today. Let me make sure that we are live on Facebook. So if you're watching from Facebook, if you can see us, go ahead and throw a comment in there. I always like to check and make sure that everybody can get on in. So hi, everybody. Happy Friday and it's almost Cinco de Mayo, but we're into May. This year is flying so fast, y'all, right? I'm like, I can't believe we're already in May. Okay, looks good, guys. We are on. Okay, let me turn this down. You guys, I'm so excited today because we got a treat for you. Today, we are talking about the new craft WAVE All-Stars. Now, what we are launching today is our WAVE Accounting Lab, you guys. I am so excited about this because this has been some years in the making. We have been doing this for so long. Well, let me just backtrack, you guys, and bring everybody onto the fold. Those of you who are watching at home in Facebook, we got more people that's coming onto the panel, but we already got some of our heavy hitters online right now to let you know. So let me just introduce what we're doing here. If it's your first time watching the Craft Cafe, I am your host of all things craft, Latoya Riggins, and I am here with my craft mug. This is
It finished for me.
Huh? Oh, that's Adrian. She's at work right now. We in the mix. This is our show, our Craft Cafe Live show. And I have my craft mug. So if you haven't heard of craft, and this is your first time, let me tell you about craft. Craft is our online business and professional development platform specifically designed for early childhood education and business leaders, you guys. And we work with not just childcare businesses, but any business that favors children and families, because it is a big, huge circle that we are forming around the children and their families, because that is our future, you guys. And I want to give a shout out to Better Futures for creating craft. And this is my baby now. You know what I mean? They created craft to bring those conference level classes and webinars and things like that to you guys at a fraction of the price with that same caliber to all not just family childcare, because that's what I'm representing all the time, but family childcare, multi-site, center-based, all childcare, all businesses that support children and families. We want to make sure that you guys can run your business like a business. And that's why we're here today, because one of the things in business that we talk about, well, we really don't talk about it amongst ourselves. We talk about all the other stuff, but a lot of times we don't want to get into the muddy waters of finances and accounting. Being an entrepreneur myself, I know that was one of those sticky things that that's just not my thing. You know what I mean? I'm an artist. But when we have Jahi B. Davis on the team, who is in fact the money man, he is finance guru. I'm telling you, this guy is an ex-banker. He's been treasurer on some of the biggest nonprofits, and his whole background is to help those small businesses and help pretty much the underdog get that same level of confidence, that same level of expertise, and that same level of winning, okay, and success as those big wigs. So he's giving you all those backroom secrets. And one of those secrets was WAVE Accounting, you guys. Having an accounting system for your business is crucial. And we got some heavy hitters on the line today that's going to give you their testimony of how it started for them and where it's going now. You know how they say how it started versus where it's going. So we're going to be talking about that. So while we're waiting for everybody to get online, I want to share my screen and I wanted to introduce what we have today. I always give everybody a chance to go around and tell who they are before we get into the segment. So I want to do that real quick, but I also want to share with you, because we have one of the young ladies on the line right now who is going to be presenting today. Now, when it comes to WAVE, I love WAVE, like I said, because it changed my life. So I want to have you go around. Diane, you're on camera right now. So I'm coming to you first. I want to just kind of talk about, because we started the way, let me just give them a quick background. I want you to take it away, because when I started with craft, I feel like it was forever ago. That was 5 years ago. I started out hosting the webinars, and we did a class called The Nuts and Bolts of Accounting. And this was my first time ever hearing about WAVE. Prior to WAVE, I had been using spreadsheets to balance my books, and I was doing manual invoices. I was using Word documents and stuff to create invoices. when I hosted this class, I was literally secretly taking notes to the point where I went, in my own little time, and I set up a WAVE account for myself. And once I realized how much it helped me, that's when we wanted to really make it a boot camp, because I realized in the class I had all these notes, but not only did I have the notes, you guys, I had so many questions and I was afraid to ask them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was afraid to ask them because I don't want to say it, but I felt a little dumb. I was like, I feel like I should know this. I'm supposed to be a business owner. It shouldn't be foreign language to me. So when we did the boot camp, that was a remedy for that, because the boot camp symbolized not only putting the system together and really understanding it, it was how to do the categories, how to categorize, how to really use the system, and how it's going to change your business. And having somebody to call, somebody to work with you one-on-one, that was how the boot camp was formed, where you get to come into the class and we spread it out so you have time, because one of the things we know in childcare that you don't have a lot of is time. Okay, so we spread it out so it'd be easy on you, because trying to do it and every week might be a little too much. But the whole thing we realize is we want to get those results in real time. So what we did was we created a system that took the boot camp and flipped it on its head. Not only do we have way more instructors, we have our lead instructor we have coming in. We also have a whole marketing team, that's me. And then we have our experienced business leaders for profit and nonprofit. And we have our tax pros, okay? So we have a whole team that are going to be on site. So there is no time for having one-on-ones, doing homework, anything like that, because you're going to get everything done inside the lab, you guys. Okay, and we're going to be talking about that today. So I want to welcome everybody here. I just saw Talana come in. Hey, Talana, we got Keith on the line, got Adrian in here, Keith and Mary, the duo, the dynamic duo. Yes, there they go. And Diane Gardner. So we're going to go around the room. I want you guys to introduce yourself, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Okay, because everybody here is WAVE down. So we're going to start with you, Diane. Can you introduce yourself and talk about your connection to WAVE?
Oh, you had such talk full of information. I don't know if I can follow that. But hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Diane Garner. I am the owner and operator of Ondas Childcare Services, which is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have been in business for 22 years now, I believe. Just to make it a correction. And I'm just happy, kind of nervous, because she put me on the spot, because I felt like I got in the last end before they closed the door. But it's back here so I can pick up the pieces where I left off.
Absolutely. And yes, like she said, she just graduated cohort 5, which was our 5th and final cohort of the WAVE Bootcamp. So congratulations to you, Diane. And I always honor you, Diane, because especially I've seen you work with it and come back to it. You know what I mean? And I know that technology was a thing. You was not really into that. But can you speak a little bit about your experience with it? Because one of the things that I love about it is how user-friendly it is. Because I was a person that learned QuickBooks first, and it just made me feel crazy because I didn't know what I was doing. I fell asleep on the training 3 times. So can you talk about like how easy it is to use?
So what I found in putting all these categories together, like I had an accounting system, and then you would break it down, electric, this, or so forth, like that, as an example. But when it came to utilities, one bulk. By the time I finished to go to see my accountant, it was one sheet of paper. And I kept saying, are you kidding me? He's like, yeah, this is all you need. And I was like, but it's only one sheet, where you're used to carrying all these forms and papers and everything like that. So that was kind of a eye-opener for me. Yes, I worried him out, and I probably still will worry out the new team to get it together. But just to keep it in formality, it was just giving basic lines that you didn't have to think about it. And then when I first started out, all my bank accounts was all over. So I had to walk through and bundle them together and do those types of things. So I appreciated it.
I love that. I mean, that's what I love about it, like the centralization of everything. So yeah, and so congratulations to you. Now, one thing I also saw, when I first did WAVE, I didn't even know I made that much money. I was like, what? So that's another thing. And I know I was spending that much money either. So it was like, helped me kind of like get my life together, in my personal life and my business life. So I love it. All right. Thank you, Diane. We coming all the way back. We're going to go to you, Talana. Come on and introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Forgive me, my voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it
Get it
easy.
back. My name is Talana Coleman. I am the director of Heaven Sent Child Care. I also, I've been at child care for maybe a little over 20 years. I've also just newly developed a program called Cadazo Literacy and Puppetry. I'm also a children's author. And I'm just here to just continue to grow and learn so that my businesses can be most effective when it comes to the financial dealings of things. And it's funny because I just spoke with my tax accountant, and I was just pleading and thanking him for being patient with me, because like Di is saying, you have all this paper and stuff like that, and that's kind of me. And I'm saying, Lord, I know I should be better than this. I've been at this too long. And every time tax season comes, it just stresses me out so bad. So I'm just looking just to really get organized and, really get organized. And I'm excited as to what I'm going to learn so that I can continue to grow my company. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you, Talana. And your voice is coming back lovely, but take it easy. You got to get some tea. Get some tea in your craft mug. Shout out to Talana, you guys. She's definitely been on the Craft Cafe show plenty of times, just coming in and being featured. So shout out to her. She's definitely one of our number one craft members. All right. Let's swing it on down to, like I said, the dynamic duo, Keith and Mary. How y'all doing over there? You guys, let me tell you, I want y'all to go, but I just want to say this duo right here, these are some craft all-stars right here. We have been in so many cities with these guys. It's like they're a part of like the fabric of everything we do. And then you guys, the way you work together, I love it. It's like y'all are definitely a duo, always there. Even in restaurants, they pop into it from like retreats. They do not miss. So can y'all introduce yourself about what you guys do and where you at?
Well, I'm Mary and this is Keith. We own the IDC and Nursery School. It's a nationally accredited family childcare home in Bentonville, Arkansas. We have been in our home since 2013. So, well, we got licensed in 2013. So we've been doing it 12 years here. I've been in early childhood in Arkansas for 33 years, center-based as an ERS assessor, training and technical assistance, a community college instructor. So we both have a master's in early childhood. His is in early childhood education and mine's in early childhood development. Keith works for the local school district, which is where we met over 25 years ago.
Something, yes.
Love it.
So we have not really tried to grow huge, but Keith is a computer person. He's IT. So we have been the spreadsheet king and queen. And after speaking with LaToya and Jahi, we found a better way, found a new system, and Keith is way better at it than I am. He does more of the paperwork portion and I do more of the hands-on stuff. But it has really just shifted how we look at our income and expenses. It shifted how we look at taxes completely. And we actually shifted tax accountants this year to a different company, and they were so impressed with what we provided and how we provided it, and it made life so much easier. I am sad, LaToya, we're not going to make it to NAFCC this year. My daughter is due to have a baby July 27th.
Well, that's a good reason to miss, y'all. Oh, that's so cute. So I know they're gonna.
I'm sad and devastated that I won't get to see y'all and hug your necks, but
our little campground. But oh wow! So congratulations, everybody! Said congratulations! Woo!
Yeah, it's our first grandbaby.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, I'm the silent partner.
Yeah, you're the silent partner. And can I tell a quick story about y'all? I remember when I first met Keith, and she was like saying, you know, he does all the paperwork. I was like, oh, you got to meet Jahi. When these two met, it's like they were speaking Spanish because they were speaking each other's language because Keith is like a math guy and all of that. So he's looking at Jahi, Jahi's looking at him. They're looking like, where you been all my life? Like they were just like speaking the same language. I was so proud because I was like, oh, finally somebody could talk his language because I don't know it. I'm miscalculated. I'm like, hold on, what was that? 3 plus what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, 3% of such and such. Yeah, that's 219. I'm like, huh? Math is not my thing. So the wave made me feel smart again. Like, you know, like I was like, I can do this. And that one page, that's what made me change my tax preparer. Because I was using like Jackson Hewitt H&R Block. And when I got Wave and I printed out my little my P&Ls and I went and I saw all she did was pop, pop, pop with my numbers. I'm thinking like I could have did that. So I was like, I need more. Like, I need somebody to help me strategize because all y'all doing is popping the numbers. I need somebody to help me really break it down. So it did change, you know, and I saw my tax, I started getting returns, y'all. I used to hate tax time. And because I didn't know what was going on. So, but you guys, and one thing Jahi always says, when it comes to the couples, when he works with couples, he says it's like marriage counseling. So can y'all talk about that? Because you kind of said like the difference between you guys. How did WAVE kind of help you guys in your communication period, like as a couple?
Well, it did help us learn the same verbiage. I struggle with my pathway has to be the same every time. And Keith can just go in there and he created his own pathways that made sense to him. Jahi's like, oh, you can do the mobile app. You can do this. I'm better with the phone. Keith is better with the computer.
That's me, yeah.
And so it allowed us to be who we were, but still speak the same language and use the same verbiage and understand and comprehend that the end result was going to be the same, even though our pathway to get there looked different.
I love that. Look at that. You see that? Communication, even through math, and how did it with your business? How did it help your business? Like,
well, I mean, it has helped us
break down expenses.
Yeah, be more strategic in how we're planning, but also break down our expenses more thoroughly so that we could see exactly where things were going. And last year was a hard year. We had a tornado, so there was a lot of different things coming and going, grants and things like that. And so it was, you know, it was like COVID all over again, but before we had WAVE.
Yeah.
So it helped us really keep a focus on where things were and where they were supposed to be.
Yeah, that's, you said grants. That's another thing I was going to ask somebody next. If anybody has tried to like apply for a grant or loan or something, like what does that look like? You know, how did that change?
Well, I mean, our income and expense report is so much easier to access just super quickly.
Right. But this is the type of stuff I need people to hear, because a lot of times people don't think about it until it's that moment. I was just talking about that. When people need funding, you got to have your budget already done. So it's like when you already know what you need, it is just easier to convey to people when you have it at one click. You can just print it out. So that's wonderful, guys. Oh. Well, I'm glad you guys are here, and we're going to be getting into it. We got the Craft Wave All-Stars I want to introduce. We got Natrice Johnson on the line, and we got Adrian Briggs. They two of the Craft Wave All-Stars. Let me share my screen while they are getting ready, you guys. Let me open this up because I'm itching. You know, I'm always itching to share because I always got things to share. You know, when it comes to craft and all the things that we do, you know, I'm always ready to, you know, just market something. You know, I'm the marketing team. So when it comes to anything marketing, fun, music, social media, I am there. So now y'all tell me if y'all can hear this, okay?
Yep.
All right, guys. So we're introducing the Wave All-Stars. We got up first Natrice Johnson. She's our lead Wave instructor. Now, let me tell you, Natrice is on the line. She is definitely representing Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and she's doing big things out there. Okay. We got Adrian Briggs. another Philadelphia native coming on in here. She is a WAVE application specialist. She's going to be bringing in her 33 years of business. Now, I'm telling you, these are all people that have real experience with WAVE, you guys. We got Melissa Reeves coming in, one half of the Child Care Tax Pros. As we talked about taxes, we got to stay on top of that. So we brought in the pros. They are definitely IRS enrolled agents. So you already know that's beyond. They can represent you in court. We got Nakia Whitson, that's the other half of Child Care Tax Pros coming in. That's going to be in the lab to help you guys in real time. And you know, you got me. I'm not just the host, you guys. I am the marketing specialist. That's that WAVE marketing. Make sure that the marketing is up to par and we can make that money, you guys, because this is a business. Now, we are kicking off this May 17th. So if you join by May 8th, you can get 50% off. Now, the rate is $3.99, but if you join by May 8th, you would definitely get it for $1.99. So come on in here, scan the QR code, get it now, get on in here, because we only have a certain amount of slots, you guys. All right, we're going to roll through that again, but I just wanted to give y'all a little teaser of who we got on the team. Now, first up, we got Adrienne Briggs. She's on camera. I always love to introduce you guys because I'm so proud that I know all of this stuff. And these are things I learn more and more about you guys each day. And it's a lot to learn about you guys because you guys just keep on achieving. My brain ain't big enough, okay? So we got Adrienne Briggs, 33 years. I call her Baskin Robbins because when I met her, she was turning 31. And I was like, oh, 31. That's 31 flavors. But she is a family child care business owner out in Philadelphia. And I don't know how she does it all. That's decades. And she also leads the great organization along with Diane Gardner, Quip, out in Philly too. And Talana's a part of it as well. So we are clad ending trees. I mean, we deep in Quip, y'all. Okay. So she is coming in. Not only did she do WAVE from the first time, she came back and did it again, and she's sharing it out there in Philadelphia. So she is on the line right now. Adrienne, you want to come on in here and tell them about yourself? What I left out? Oh, okay, I'll let you tell it because I got more too.
I don't think you left anything out. I mean, I
talk about the books
on here.
I forgot the books.
Oh, yes, I'm an author as well. But when Latoya introduces me, I'm like, oh, who is that woman? I want to meet her. Because she markets me so well. So I truly appreciate it. Yes, as Latoya said, I've been in WAVE for the last 5 years. It was like, okay, I don't know what I was doing before WAVE, because as Diane and Talana both said about just having all those receipts, all this paper that we had to get together for a tax time to get turned over to somebody. And yes, we were using what was it, Kid Care. So we could print the stuff out, but it was still all these receipts. For the last 2 years, because the first 3 years, it took a minute for me to really get the concept of WAVE. So for the last 2 years, I've been using WAVE diligently. I even have the WAVE app where I can scan my receipts. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to scan a receipt and throw this receipt away. That is so much paper that I do not have to deal with now. Tax time, I do my own taxes, and it's so much easier because I had the printout form. I'm not sitting up all night or all week and all month trying to get the taxes together because it's all compiled into WAVE. So I'm able to pull out my profit and loss. I'm able to pull out my cash flow and everything else and just look at those papers rather than 999 receipts. So it has been a lifesaver, a time saver, and a business booster.
I love that. Oh my goodness. So now I want to know when it comes to, because this is my thing with when you dealing with for-profit and nonprofit, do you use it with the nonprofit also?
No, because we have an actual accountant for that one.
So the accountant does that. So now, would you recommend anybody that, maybe a starter, like a starter nonprofit that, they don't have an account yet? Would you recommend it for them?
Yes.
Okay, because I was wondering, because I'm like, because they don't pay taxes. I don't really know how they, but they still have to report all of their expenses and things like that. So I figured they use it too.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all are big. Y'all got an accountant.
Well, because we ended up getting funding, so we were able to have the account that was part of our funding. But yes, if you don't have that additional funding, WAVE, I can't say enough about it.
I love that. And see, that's another thing. That's what I was talking about with Keith and Mary, because one of the things that I know is a benefit with WAVE is the reporting. And when you have to apply for any loans and even grants, a lot of times, sometimes they want to see your accounts and things like that. They want to see like your expenses and whatnot. So I just want to kind of give people that insight of how they can be prepared for those opportunities, because sometimes those opportunities come in and they come out. You find out about it in the deadlines tomorrow, you know? So it's like, how do you use WAVE to kind of stay ready for those incidents?
And another plus with WAVE is you can add all your accounts to WAVE. It's not like you have to have one single bank account and that's the only one it does. You can use all your bank accounts. If you have any credit cards that you're using, especially for your business, you can add that in there and it's all broken down. When you spend that money on this, after you get it categorized and everything, all you gotta do is go in there and do your reconciliations and keep it moving.
I love that. So you guys, now she's going to be in the lab, you guys, to help you guys not only set it up, but one of the application piece of how to use it. Okay. All right. So she knows what she's doing. Now we're going to roll over. Thank you, Adrian, for being here. And y'all remember, this is the middle of the day on a Friday. So everybody here is work mode. Okay. And they're carving this out. So I just appreciate all of y'all being here. All right. We're going to roll it over to Natrice. Natrice, can you come on? Because she's working too. Okay. So while, oh, she's on Google Teams.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm on Zoom now.
Okay, because you know what? I realized Zoom gives out a Google Teams link too. I didn't realize they did that. So Natrice is here. Natrice, are you able to come on and tell us about yourself? Natrice is our lead instructor. She did the last fifth and final cohort. She led that to the promised land. And real quick, Natrice, I just wanted to tell, we have been watching Natrice for so long, you know. We started hearing about Natrice. She came and slayed the boot camp. Next thing you know, we hearing Natrice teaching it all over the place. I'm like, I need Natrice. She need to come in here. Like, so I was so excited when I got to work with her leading the WAVE Bootcamp and really leading it out to, you know, the last one. And now helping me create this new one. So I really need you to come up here, Natrice, because you are, you know, the mastermind behind this, coming in here, really taking it to how you do it with your family childcare business and your center, and really just how you change the game for so many people. So come on in here. If you can't come on camera, that's fine, but we definitely got to
hear. I can come. I can come across. Hello, everyone. I'm here with the little ones, but I'm here. I just wanted to let you know I was the pandemic 5 years ago, and it totally changed my life. I was one of the ones that's like everybody else using I was using money orders, and Jahid was like, what are you using, girl? But I was using money orders. I was had receipts out the buku. It was just a mess. But when I was introduced to it, I loved it. I always think that I'm a little accounting myself. I actually went to school for it, but my mentor was like, I can't see you doing that all day. Why don't you just go into teaching? So I went into teaching, and here I go with a child care family and a center working with children. But I just love it. I just love teaching it to people. I did do it with the Family Childcare Advisory Council. We had a conference, and I had a class with most of our family childcare providers in Philadelphia. So they were intrigued about it. I got a lot of calls. I didn't get another chance to teach it again, but I'm excited. And a lot of people still call me and ask me, what can I do? What should I do? Well, I'm gonna get it started in the trees. Just give me a call. Can you come and see me or whatever? So I'm just excited because, like I told you, I think I'm a little accounting myself. So I'm excited to be working with each and every one of you. If you come on board, I do see Aunt Di. I do see Keith and his wife. I just want to ask Keith and his wife, did y'all actually start it? Is it working for y'all now? Because I remember last cohort, y'all was in the midst of trying it, but is it at least a little segment good for you now?
It was like the other person said, it's going to take me a couple of years to get everything where it needs to be and be fully automated. It's working and it's working, but you know, sometimes I get lazy. And I can catch up my laziness easier than in this than I can on the, you know, my spreadsheets that I used to use. So it's getting there. It's just a case of making sure everything gets in the right area and goes in automatically. And at the moment, yeah, there's still a little tweaking to do. And it's going to take me, you know, this is the first full year that we've really done it. Before that, we dabbled with it and then walked away, and then we went and did the cohort again, and then now we're in it. And I'm not the best. I do it in once a week, and I can do it in a, you know, catch everything up. But sometimes I miss things, and you know, at the end of the year, I'm going through stuff and just double checking. It's like, oh crap, I missed this. I need to put this in. So yeah, we're getting there. We're not fully into it right now, just because, you know, I got to get those last few tweaks in place before I can say I'm 100% using it all the time.
I love that.
Yes, well, the one little steps makes a difference, you know. So we'll get there. We all not. I'm not even super all the way there, but you know, one step at a time, and we'll get there. And it'll help you get even better with your finances, and to see how much the system really helps you a lot.
I appreciate it. I mean, it's one of those things. It's just it's not the tool. It's the user, and having more confidence in what they're doing. And I have more confidence, and I don't mind clicking and doing stuff. Mary gets a little more put off on doing that stuff, you know, and you know, just producing things like invoices and stuff like that. We can't do invoices on a reoccurring for all our people, so I don't always do a reoccurring, and then I forget to invoice or something. So, you know, it's those little things that we just need to figure out.
I like that, because those solutions, they count. So this is why I love this stuff, you guys, because I realize the more I like you said, Keith, it took me some time to I'm a catch-up queen. So I'll let it go for the kid knows she's about to come on, because I changed to the tax pros, because and they so patient with me, because I still got to go and catch up with my categories. I'm still working on mine. I had to do an extension. So but you're right, it does take that comes from training yourself. But that's why I love having the people, the team, because I remember I had the smallest question. I didn't know how I had I had 2 businesses, and I had them named wrong, and I went like 7 months, like biting my nails, because I didn't know what to do about it. Finally, I broke down and I called Jahid. It took him 3 seconds to tell me what to do. Like, it was a 3-second fix, and I waited 7 months for this. And I felt so crazy. I was like, oh my goodness. That's why we stress, give us a call, ask us what the questions, because you don't want to wait 7 months to ask a little question that could have been fixed in 2 seconds. You know, so yeah.
Our problem, Latoya, you and I, is that we're a little embarrassed about what we don't know.
Yeah.
And getting the confidence to actually go and ask the question for somebody who knows so much is slightly intimidating.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, Mary, because that's why we got the WAVE Lab, because people were coming to the WAVE Bootcamp and they weren't setting up their one-on-ones. You don't graduate if you don't do at least one-on-one. You know what I mean? Because so you got to find the time to do it, even though our scheduling system is pristine. Schedule yourself, but you don't even make the time to do it. So that's why we said we don't have time to be waiting for you to make your one-on-one. We're gonna do it in the lab, like we back at school. You know, you do the work inside, and you got all your peers with you. Let's work it out, and we're gonna get this done. So when we go home, right? And we don't have to think about it until the next class. All right. So guys, guess who just entered the room? All right, Miss Nakia Whitson of the Child Care Tax Pros. And y'all know I brag about her and her partner Melissa all the time. And it's not just because they're from the Bronx and they're so beautiful. It's because they changed my life with taxes, y'all. I got tax returns 2 years in a row messing with them.
Hi, everyone.
And I did some things with that money. So Nakia, can you come on and tell us about you?
Yes. Hi, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Nakia. My business is Childcare Tax Pros. We have been in the industry, well, my partner and I have been in the industry for over 10 years combined when it comes to taxes. When it comes to the childcare industry, I've been in the childcare industry for 15 years. And my own childcare business, which I'm currently at right now, has been 9 years. So we know the ins and out. We work with the childcare industry to teach them about how to save on taxes, keep their hard-earned dollars in their pocket. And also now we're doing something with Latoya that we're going to bring soon, and the systems in place with the reoccurring invoices and so forth to make a streamline for us, because sometimes we get caught up in the business when it comes to this and we forget about the financial side. We're busy in our tax, we're not actually focused on the financial side, but we're busy in the daycare. So we just here to help you guys just lower that tax bill, keep your money in your pocket, build generational wealth, and help you with whatever it is that you guys need.
I love it. So that listen, y'all, this is what they call it, you got a crack team. You know what I mean? Meaning that every single aspect that you guys are going to come across when it comes to managing your finances, really, this is about building your business. What we want to do in this whole system is help you to run a profitable business, because at the end of the day, that's what business is there for. If you're not making money, then it's a hobby. And everybody loves what we do, but we also need to support what we do, and we need to be compensated for it. And there's a lot of things. One thing that I learned from Nakia and Melissa is that there's a lot of things that we leave on the table because we just don't know. When we were talking about how to categorize, there were things I didn't even know I could claim. And you guys, as family childcare business owners, have even more than me, because I don't even have a center. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have even more than me to actually claim. And when you understand how to do that, oh my God, like I said, I feel so protected by the tax pros, because they have a portal that I can go in and I can ask questions and chat. I can upload all of my stuff. One thing that we love about the childcare tax pros, that why we love being partners with them, is because they understand systems. And like Nakia said, we definitely got some new stuff coming down the pipe for you guys, but we just giving a little teaser. This is what we're working on right now. So that bookkeeping piece is really going to be honed in by Nakia and Melissa. They have their own service. So our bookkeeping is powered by Childcare Tax Pros, you guys. So they are. Another thing I want you to talk about, Nakia, is I'm so proud of the fact that you guys are the enrolled agents, because that is hard to come by. Can you talk a little bit about what that means? Because I never even knew the difference.
So enrolled agents, everyone knows about accounting. They always ask for an accountant. And what people fail to realize is that accountants can account for your business. Yes, you probably meet with them after January and you sit there and you give your accountant your books and they just put it in the system. Now, when it comes to EAs, we specialize on taxes specifically. We can do the same thing accountants could do, which is support you in court. We can do that as well. But we focus on tax strategies. We deep dive on taxes versus everything else that they do that's not directly where we need them to focus on, which is the money in our pockets. And so we do this beforehand with you guys. We do this before December's over. We sit down and we put strategies into place with you guys. We meet up with our clients quarterly, because when we see our numbers going to a certain extent, we say, oh, it's time to put some strategies in place and lower this bill so we could keep the money in our pocket, so we can be able to use the money that you would have paid the IRS in the business or in your retirement or so forth. So we just keep you guys aligned and make sure you are aware of it. So basically an enrolled agent is someone that focuses on taxes specifically and can serve you in the court if needed and when needed.
I love that, because y'all know I'm scared of jail, and I got nightmares of Martha Stewart behind bars, and I'm like, no, I don't want none of that. So when I hear the court, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I feel like, powerful, like you're gonna hear from my EA. So yeah, I love this, guys. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's a part of this, because not only are we doing this to really, join and create that service. But what we're doing is really strengthening businesses, you guys. So we want you to tell more people about it and bring them into the fold, because there's people that are struggling. They are suffering in silence because, like Mary said, we a little too proud. So we're going to figure it out. And they're staying up all night. I mean, losing their hair, breaking up their daggone marriages because they're tired all night because they up doing spreadsheets. We don't need that. We need love in the building. Yeah, go ahead. Kiss Cam. Thank you. We need to be able to communicate. And I'm telling you, they talk about that, and they say that the biggest struggle in relationships is finances. And if we don't have a place that we can come where it's easy for us all to be on the same page, we can all see everything, help us strategize and push forward and make those goals. One thing we also talk about when Nakia, like she said, is the investing piece, the retirement piece, having a place for it. Everybody knows that with craft, that is our thing. We always talk about the budget. We always talk about saving for retirement, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be working until you dead. Like, you want to stop at some point, right? Like, or you sell the business. Like, what's your succession planning, you know? And all those things start with your actual accounting and how you put your money aside. One thing Jahi always says is, when it comes to investing, you need time. It's not about how much you have, it's about the time. So the sooner you do it, the better. So guys, don't let 2025 go by and you still riddling with papers and receipts all over your room, losing your mind. My grandmother used to call them roach collectors, you know, all of the clutter, and you don't know what's in them bags. You go through it, get bit. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of it now. And you guys, we are going to be doing this. I want to give you guys the rundown. We are starting this May 17th. We're kicking off. How we're doing it is a consecutive Saturdays. Yep, you're going to have to buckle down. It's only going to be 2 hours per session. So that 2 hours, the first hour is going to be comprised of the application time. As far as class time, Natrice is leading that. Obviously, she's got the backing. She's been teaching it. She knows what she's doing. Super patient, so you don't have to worry about rushing. You can still go at your own pace. Now, we have 4 weeks in this program. Now, this is the thing. It's a lab, so it's not a whole graduation thing. You don't have to do every class. If you can get your stuff together in 1 week, that's great. But we want to let you know that we're there for you, and we're going to be there Saturdays. It's going to start in the afternoon. And so you can, take your time, get in there and get it done. No homework, no scheduling one-on-ones. Come on in there. And we got different rooms. We're going to have our breakout rooms. So whatever the subject you're on, whatever pace you're at, whatever subject you want to hone in on, you could go ahead and go into that break room. And all of us have our own rooms. So I'm going to be heading up the marketing. I know you're like, what does that have to do with finance? But let me tell you something. I love getting on in there because WAVE lets you customize. You can put your colors, you can put your logo, get that invoice looking good, matching your website. Everything has to match, you guys. Y'all know I'm the brand ambassador. Come on now. So I'm going to make sure it looks good. All right. Because you want people to spend their money with your company and your invoices all over the place. Not with the WAVE Lab. I'm coming in there and we're going to get you right. If you don't have a logo, you're going to leave with one. Right, Nakia? Can you go ahead? Come on in here. Tell me what you're about to say.
Marketing is one of the most important parts in your business.
Talk about it.
You need to market yourself if you're trying to grow enrollment. You need to market yourself if you're trying to get people in. That's the one that builds us up. So marketing is very important for those of you that think marketing is not important. I think it's like almost number one. That's how important it is.
Yep. Thank you for stamping that, because people will say, oh, well, I don't need that right now. I'm like, okay, how's it working out for you now, this word of mouth? And Talana says, and reviews. Yeah, definitely reviews. That's definitely up under marketing. And one thing that I also talk about in the WAVE is that customer service piece, because customer service is up under your marketing, you guys, because your brand is how you treat people, how they feel when they leave you. That's customer service, baby. That's where I come in. So you come on into my room and we're going to make it look good. Not just, a lot of money, but we got to get it together and make it it got to feel like something, but you want people to take you seriously. If you're paying your employees, you don't want it looking all janky like you wrote it yourself. Nobody can pay rent with your little Cash App receipt. You know what I mean? We need to have some documentation up in here. People need to show what they're paying you for their taxes, for their, for their expenses. You need to be able to print them out a receipt, and WAVE have you do that. One click, one button, 6 months, any kind of period you want to set it to. And you want that to be looking good, and it matches everything, and it's legitimate. Your employees, you can even do payroll on it. If you don't have a big payroll company, you could do all kinds of things with WAVE. So come into my marketing room. We got like I said, the tax room is going to be popping, because y'all got bookkeeping, taxes, all the little questions that y'all have, making sure you got the right categories, because that's the question I always bother them about. Like, where should this go? Am I doing this wrong? Because I don't want to go to jail, I don't want to get audited, so those are those little questions that I'll be wanting to ask. So I know y'all want to ask them too. So we got the childcare tax pros in their own room. Come on in there. Then we got Adrienne Braids. Come on. She got, even if, like I said, she has an accountant for her establishment, her nonprofit, you may not. So she can also tell you, what are the things that you're going to need to show? What does their report need to look like? What are some things they're going to ask for to get you ready to build that nonprofit and your family childcare business? Okay. Because 33 years of business, she ain't twiddling her thumbs over there. All right. So she's going to have her own room. So while you're in class, you go into the room of your choice, and we are going to get those projects finished within the class time. Once you're done, you are out of there. You are off to the races, and you can enjoy your summer, because we're trying to get this done before summertime, y'all, so we could go jet skiing. Okay? Because I follow Nakia. She always on vacation. I told her I'm coming with her. So yeah, we got to get this done, y'all. Come on in here. I'm going to put the code up again so that y'all can go ahead and go to our website at www.betterfuturesdc.com. It's going to be smack dab on the homepage. Go ahead and get your early bird rate. We are going at this for $3.99, but if you get in there early, you definitely get it for $1.99. So come on, do yourself a due diligence so you can get your finance together and spend that other money on some red bottoms, as Jahi was saying. He always talking about y'all red bottoms. But I'm telling you guys, you want to get in now. And those of you who have are members, remember, you guys get a definitely discount, because this is outside of the membership. So it's not included in the membership. But of course, our members definitely get a deep discount. And they get a discount with any services with Childcare Tax Pros, you guys, 15% off. That's for all members of Craft. So make sure y'all are going with them and get your consultation. All right, I'll be posting that as well. Let's see. Anybody else have anything to add to that? Because I'm just excited about this. I can't wait. I'm ready.
I have something to add. I want to know why I've never gotten one of those craft mugs that you keep sticking up in my face.
How could you not have a mug?
That's what I want to know.
Everywhere.
How could I not have a single craft thing?
Well, you know what? Email me your address. I'll mail you one.
I'm just like, you keep sticking it up there, just showing my face.
When I'm at the conferences, I'm like giving them away. Which you talk? I don't know how you didn't get one.
Never. 5 years.
I'm gonna send y'all two. One for you and one for Keith. Okay. I'm serious, because they know I will mail you a package. I'll be mailing stuff all the time, right, Andrea? I'll be putting all kinds of little notes in there and everything. I got you. Send me the address. Okay, Arkansas, right? I got you. Send me. You know I love my craft mugs. I drink
sticking it up there in my face.
I know. I drink cold stuff out of it too. I drink everything out of my craft mug. I caught my daughter eating noodles out of it. I was pissed. I said, I know you're not eating noodles out of my craft mug. She said, it's the right size, Mom. I said, Lord. But anyway, I'm going to send it to
Latoya, I have a question.
Yeah, come on.
Latoya, you're going to put all of this in the chat box, or you emailing them to us, these little... I'm gonna put it in the chat box right now, and then I'm gonna show I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can get the QR code. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now, and then I'm going to show it on the screen. Let me pull it up. So guys, while I'm doing that, let's see, anybody else have any other notes for WAVE? Anything that you're looking forward to, anything that you want to add, anything that's on your wish list that when you were going through it that you would have wanted to see in there? Any? Let me share while you're doing that. Okay. Okay, so this is the QR code.
when you watch it from home, go ahead and scan it. I'm going to put it into the chat. I'm gonna email it to you guys also. All of you guys online go get the email, but I'm gonna put it into the chat right now. And then the actual link is on the website at www. Let me put it in the chat right now. Okay, can you guys still see this? I don't want to cover it. It's www.betterfuturesdc. Don't forget the DC. Betterfuturesdc.com. I'm gonna put it in the Facebook chat also. Okay. All right, that's in there. Okay, so this just takes you straight to it. But when you go to the website, it'll tell you more about it and everything. And let me put it into the Facebook chat as well. Okay, so you guys, I'm so excited. I have another video I want to play too, because I'm going to be launching my videos today on social media. I'm going to be sending it to all of the all-stars, so y'all can post it too and let everybody know that because I made a slide for each of you, so I'll be sending you your own slides to post. We campaigning, you guys, because we are going to be living it up this summer. Shout out to Craft, you guys. We are winding down, and y'all know that at the end of the show, that's when I give my craft updates. So first things first, I'm not going to hold y'all hostage here while I go through all the millions of updates we got. So I want to thank you all now for coming in here and really just being a part of Craft, being strong members and being strong business leaders, and really taking it to the next level, because you guys are the workforce behind the workforce that everybody knows about, but we talking about, okay? And we're going to make sure that we're amplifying the voices of childcare through all platforms, you guys, through media, and letting them know that we're here and we're here to stay, and we are important. We forming and shaping them brains, y'all. So I'm going to play this, and y'all got to go ahead, have a great, wonderful weekend. Enjoy, because spring is blinging. Cinco de Mayo is upon us, and Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that's out there, and the mothers that's mothering kids of everybody else's, because y'all doing it more than, not to be like I always say, my kids child care providers were raising them for me, because they see them more than I do. Awake, that is, they be asleep. So shout out to y'all, because y'all helping us do that work as moms. We all in it together, and we just gonna do this thing. All right, thank you guys. I'm about to play this video real quick. Y'all know I'm always playing a video, but yeah, that's because I'm gonna play this one more time while I get this up, and let's do it. All right, let's shout out our introduction. Hey, Jalita, she's on Facebook watching. All right, who else? Laverne Cheeseboro, yeah, Philadelphia's in the building. Texas is in the building. They on Facebook, y'all. All right. Okay, so all right, so good. All right, updates, you guys. While we're here, I just had to make sure y'all see the team again, introducing the Craft WAVE All-Stars. Because I'm telling you guys, you cannot go wrong with this program. Come on in here and get it done, and we're going to be out of there about June. Okay, so we can go to the beach. I already booked, so I'll be ready. You got your bathing suit. And I told you, Nakia, I'm coming to Puerto Rico. I'm coming back. So let's go.
Let's go.
Step into the lab, you guys. Let's get it done. May 8th. Scan the code. Let's get it in there. All right. Let me give y'all some updates. After y'all go ahead and scan the code, and let's get you guys in there. We got some really good treats coming down the pike. We just had Craft Executive. We just had our last session for Craft Executive. So shout out to our nonprofits that are in our nonprofit sector, which is Craft Executive. We just had our last class, and we are now going into our Craft Institutes, where we have pledged you guys to raise over $1 million in funds this year. And I'm so proud to tell you, we up 250 grand, you guys. We halfway there, okay? And we're not even halfway through the year. So I'm super excited and proud to announce that. So shout out to y'all in the craft executive community, because they are doing it. And if you never heard of our craft executive brand, oh my goodness, that is our dedicated brand to nonprofit, you guys. We are building boards. We are helping you not only to recruit your board, because some people come in without a nonprofit, they want to begin one, and we have helped people start it. This is our second year doing craft executives, so this is our second group. Super excited to get that, get that out, because the first group went through without a hitch, and now we're on to the second group where we've challenged them to apply for grants. We've challenged them to get their finances in order. We challenged them to build relationships. We've challenged them to be fundraisers. But guys, and this is the thing, nobody likes to beg for money, but when you are a fundraiser, it's about building relationships. So that's what we're talking about a lot in as craft executive. And not only are they building relationships, you guys, they're putting it out there. They're doing events. They're jumping out there. And one thing I want to give a shout out to is the NAFCC, because they partnered with us. A few of their affiliates came on board through a program that we did with NAFCC, came on board to our craft executive, and they are doing the damn thing, you guys. So shout out to Leadership and Leaders, because one of the things that we know is a lot of our members, just so you know, Better Futures helped put that program together and start that program at NAFCC, that Leadership and Leaders. So we know 100% of y'all, okay? And I'm very proud of you guys. Pretty much all of you guys who did Leadership and Leaders have projects to do at the end. And I'm so proud to say that I have witnessed, if I have a witness, I've been a part of many of those projects that you guys have done. And some of those projects have actually cultivated in the craft executive program. And that is starting actual nonprofits. So we have people that have had their nonprofits born in the craft executive program. So I'm super proud, and they're doing phenomenal things, already raising money. Okay. Now, when it comes to craft executive, you know, we all about our associations, our nonprofits. That brings us to one of our newest features, which is Canoe. And if you have never heard of Canoe, Canoe is our CRM program. That's a customer relationship management software that helps you to run your organization for you, not even just nonprofits. It's great for nonprofits, but any organization that wants to build memberships, that wants to take donations, that wants to communicate, wants to market, like we talked about. This system does it all. Okay, and that's our very own Canoe, where we shape it and brand it just for you and your organization, powered by us. Okay, so we want to make sure that you are in there. Now, we have some people already in there, so shout out to those organizations. If you're getting the newsletters, you know who's in there. Want to give a shout out to North Carolina, you guys. We got Bantanet Savage. She is definitely the pioneer of bringing the organization up with craft. Okay, she joined Craft Executive, and she also joined Canoe. She was one of the first organizations to join it, and not only did it take her organization to the next level and double her membership base, she also started to raise money, even more money. She already was raising money. She was raising more money. And so much so that she was ready when that hurricane hit, and became one of, I think, 3 or 4 organizations that are trusted to manage the funds that was the emergency funds that's going to be dispersed. Well, that is being currently dispersed to those family childcare businesses that lost their homes in the hurricane. And that was all thanks to being ready with their finances, getting into their CRM program, having the board structure that they learned in Craft Executive. And now they are in the wind, you guys. They are off to the races. So go ahead and check out Canoe. Go to our website and listen, we got a demo coming up. We got a few demos coming up, actually, because me telling you about it is one thing, but I think that it's, you need to see it to believe it. So let me tell you, we got one coming up on May 7th, 9 p.m., you guys. So we got a lot of shout out to the West Coast. We got new West Coast members. A lot of y'all coming in. We got Kansas. We got Arkansas too. We got California, Washington State, Nevada. So we creeping over on the west side. You know what I mean? They not like us. So we're out there. Now listen, so May 7th, we got the demos going, 9 p.m. I know it's a little bit late, but we've been doing the 9 o'clock and everybody's been showing up. So it's not too late for y'all guys. Y'all some night owls. So come on in here and let us show you what Canoe could do for you and your organization. And I'm telling you, the prices are great. It's monthly prices. We got different tiers. So it's affordable to anybody. And this is the thing. If you don't think, okay, thank you. Listen, if you got to hop off, you definitely go ahead and do what you got to do, because you know I'm going to be going on until I get these updates off my chest. Okay, so I love y'all. Mwah. And have a great week. And thank you so much. And I will be in touch. And I will see you guys at the kickoff on May 17th. All right. Now back to Canoe, because y'all know I love me some Canoe. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now with Canoe, you guys, we're doing those demos so that you can see. And we also, come on, Talana, you got something? Oh, she's saying bye. I thought she wanted to say something. If you come to the demo, you're going to see how Canoe can change your organization. Okay. And it's going to make life easier for you. I mean, 10 times easier. It's going to make you feel like an octopus, like you got 8 arms moving around, just doing everything. And it's also going to double your actual organization, your membership. You're trying to grow your membership, you definitely need to come on to Canoe. You are trying to market, you definitely need to come on to Canoe, because we got all kinds of marketing structures in there. You can do it through text, email, newsletters, all of that good stuff. All right. And that's through one system. And we can not only show you how to use it, we can give you a trial, a free trial. Just test it out. See what you think about it. Let you and your board or you and your leadership team get your hands in it and see how it feels. And I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. And I'm not just saying this because it's our system. I'm saying this because we use it for our own business. This is what we use. When y'all setting up y'all one-on-ones, that's our Canoe system now you're on, okay? So we want to make sure that we ain't gatekeeping. We want to make sure that you can do the same things that we're doing, because it just makes it easier, not just for you, but for your actual clients, your users, your families, and your businesses that you work for, okay? That you work so diligently for, okay? So we want to make sure that you know about that. Now, one more thing, because I know I got the updates. We have, like I said, shout out to North Carolina. We are going to be at that conference, their conference. That's the Family Center for Enrichment, Family Childcare Homes. Yeah, okay, FCCCC. Y'all know you got all of these acronyms, so I have to make sure I got them right. But yes, they are in Mecklenburg County, North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. I love North Carolina. So that conference is going on, you guys, June 5th through the 8th. And I will be there. Jahi's going to be there. We are going to be doing, we always going to be doing our thing. I think I'm going to have a booth, but I don't know what if I'm going to have a booth or not. But I know I'm going to be in the building. I'm probably going to teach a class or something like that. But I'm definitely going to be in the building. So if you are able to come to North Carolina for that conference, go ahead. I believe we might have the sign up on our website too. If not, I'll post it to this link as well, and we'll send that out so you guys can register for it. But y'all gonna love it. It's definitely, I don't even know everything that's gonna happen. All I know is the type of stuff that I heard, like when people was talking about it, I was like, oh, this is different. Like, I don't want to, it's not a spoiler, but I think they might be having like a skate party or something. It's like different stuff going on. I'm excited because that's my favorite part of the events. I mean, of the conferences, Mary. Mary likes to be the security guard with me. We the security ladies. We make sure nobody's getting in. We like the church lock it. Like, ain't nobody getting in, nobody getting out, because this is serious. But I honestly like that part. But my favorite part is the activities. Like when we do like the parties and the bonfires and the trivia and the we had sipping paints and stuff. I love that kind of thing. That's because I love fun, guys. I have an event spirit. So if y'all have any events, come on and bring a sister out. I love to come to events. So invite me, I'll come. I was just doing a bunch of events a couple of weeks back. It seemed like it was a lot of events going on in one weekend, so I kind of went to all of them. So shout out to you guys. But guys, I want to play one last video for you guys, and then I'm going to get out your hair for a second, because I know you want to get back to your weekend, and so do I. So I'm not going to be the one. Look, I'm not going to be that person, and that person in the class that raises their hand and asks about homework to the teacher. You know that one. I was that one, the geek in the class. Like, what? You didn't give us homework. Here we go, guys. All right, guys, we're out of there. Thanks for sharing with me. Thanks for going down with the shift, Barry. You're always my ride or die, girl. So, listen, send me the address, okay? All right, I can get it out to you by next week. All right. And thank you for being a valued craft member. We love you. See you next time. Bye, guys.